So the second one's Finland, right?
He's in the party.
Oh,
Go,
sure.
go, go, go.
Yes.
Sorry. There's technical problems with mine.
Are you in
That's
a
okay.
nightclub?
Wait.
I see that you turn on your. Oh yes, it's
Yes,
working now. So we
Good
tried
afternoon,
that
Andy
during
and Professor.
lunchtime. Hi,
Good
good to have
afternoon.
you. So again, right, thank you for coming through this job interview. Could you tell us a few things about yourself?
Of course, yes. And hello, Professor Wei and Andy again. I'm Dylan from English department from Fujian University, Fujian Catholic University. So I want to start with my work experience. So I started off my part-time career as being a dormitory service officer in a boys' dormitory at Fujian Catholic University. So as a dormitory service officer, my duties are to respond to residents' needs, such as room transfer and maintenance requests, and hold activities to encourage the dormitory atmosphere. So in that role, a major accomplishment I've been proud of myself was that I successfully held a dormitory basketball tournament with my colleagues, which shows my good communication that you listed in the job description. Yes. And in addition, I also have been working as an English teacher for a year. So while I was working as an English teacher, I not only review what the students have learned after school, but also taught them according to their aptitudes. Yes. So while I was applying for this job, there's a short story. Yeah. So I was initially applying for a teacher assistant instead of an English teacher. The reason I ended up being an English teacher was that the boss once, the boss once saw me spend additional time teaching the students after I helped them correct their homework. And after consideration, the boss asked me whether I want to try teaching or not. And of course, my answer is positive. So then I became an English teacher. So in that role, a major accomplishment I'm most proud of myself was that I successfully enabled all my students to use English during the whole class period, since they tend to use Chinese in the beginning. Yeah. So I understand that for this position of English teacher, you're looking for someone that not only have English teaching experience, but also with good communications and class management skills. And I think I have met all the requirements you needed. So thank you.
You're hired. All right. My time?
Yes, Andy, please go ahead.
Dylan, you say? That's your name?
Yes, Dylan. Yeah.
Dylan. Hi, my name is Andy. And you heard my questions before, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you some of the same questions. What do you think makes a teacher? And then the second one is what makes a good teacher or great teacher?
Well, as Sabrina just mentioned, yeah. What makes a good teacher? A teacher not only have to have a passion in teaching, but also teach with passion, I think. And also communications with students are important. And also we have to listen to what the students needs, and also the collaboration skills that we have to synthesize not only our knowledge, but with the we not only have to listen to the students' needs, but also collaborate the given activities with the students to create a good teaching environment. Yeah.
In the job that you're applying for, who are your students? Are they elementary school students or?
Well, my students are junior high school students from the first grade to the third grade.
First grade to
third grade.
Junior high school students. Okay. And what are the needs of? Sorry, I'm gonna skip the question. What are the needs of junior high school students, in your opinion?
Well, in my opinion, they are not like elementary school students that will sit there just listen to your lecturing. I think the junior high school students tend to involve in more activities, such as clothes. I've designed some clothes activities for them, and also some singing activities. Yes. So as for my opinion, I think that different from the normal lecture, I think what makes
the needs of junior high school students.
Yes, sorry. The needs of junior high school students are to create more activities than in the learning. Yes.
Okay. Take a breath over here.
Right.
Take a breath. I'm gonna skip to a short comment right now. It is very important, as you said, the communication skills are important, right?
Yes.
So when you are speaking faster than you think, you're gonna be panting, you know, because I can see a lot of enthusiasm. I'm not saying anything bad about Sabrina, but Sabrina was a little bit on the contrary of how you are speaking. Sabrina was, you know, she knows the screen and she looks directly in it and she speaks like it's scripted. And you're going more like freestyle. And you know, there are too many words at the same time. So sometimes you will lose track of where you are. You know, oh, I want to say that, but I said something else instead. So it's important to realize that you are doing this, and then just calm yourself down.
Yes.
Or just calm yourself down and knowing that this is only a preparation. You know,
Yeah.
Even if this were a real interview, you can still imagine that as a preparation for a better one next time. You know, so just relax, have fun.
Right.
Because the students over there, when you are teaching students, they when you said elementary school students, they probably sit there and listen to the lecture. No, they don't. Nobody wants to sit there and listen to a lecture. Not even college students, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So you see, nobody wants to just listen. So
Okay.
if you caught yourself speaking too fast, or if you caught yourself speaking for too long, you know, just make sure that you engage them a little bit. Like right now, I can talk a lot, but sometimes if the listeners are not responsive, then I feel embarrassed. I feel like they're falling asleep. So keep it shorter, but the pace of your speaking you can make it a little longer.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mhm. Yeah, basically slow down a little bit.
Yeah, it's like you shouldn't speak like this, but you can speak like this.
Okay.
Where were we? Good teacher, great teacher. Yeah, I think you get it. Online teaching. What do you think about online teaching and in-person teaching? What do you think are the pros and cons of
Each one. So for online teaching, well, I think that it's harder to that the students engage the things you're saying, because when you're teaching in person, you can understand that whether they understand what you're talking about or not by their facial expressions. Yes, but from the online teaching, it's sometimes hard to know whether the students understand what you're saying or not. Yes, and personally, I prefer teaching in person, since I can also decide more activities and engage them in my lecture. Yes, thank you.
And one thing that is difficult for online teaching is if you're teaching younger students.
Yeah.
This is what they will do.
Yeah.
They turn on and off of the camera. They will shake the camera if they want. And it's gonna be difficult. But I wouldn't say that it's more difficult to engage them, because now you have the most powerful tool in the history, internet. You can share screen and you will get their attention like that. You can talk all day long, but if you switch to Google, switch to YouTube, they'll look at you like crazy. Anyways, all right, I will also give you a scenario.
Right, we have about 3 minutes left. 3
Hey.
minutes.
Even his introduction was was.
Yes.
All right, I have 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I started counting after his introduction. Okay. Did you say that you have? No, from your resume, you also worked in the cram school for a year. Yes.
Yes.
Right. And okay. Scenario: you're seeing a student out to his mom when she asks you why he had a bad test result on the English test, what would be your response?
Excuse me, you say bad results? Or,
Yes. If it is a good result, they wouldn't tell you.
oh yeah.
They think they deserve it.
Mm,
You can think about it. You think about it. Don't worry. You have 3 minutes. Okay. And this is a face-to-face situation.
Yeah.
You know, Teacher Philin, why is Tom's test score so bad this time?
well, because,
Well, because he sucked.
well, I think I think that the material for this test is kind of too difficult for students, and I will have more activities and more hand-on quizzes for the students in my further teaching, and I also adjust my teaching styles before the next exam. Yes.
I have time for some comments, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Philin, just between you and me. No, it's between everybody. It's among them. This question or a scenario situation like this will 100% happen to you, more than you imagine, more than you can imagine. And let's assume that we didn't teach anything wrong. Okay, if you were in a trap, that was a trap that I designed for you to fall into.
Yeah,
See,
I know.
you were thinking that you were wrong. You were thinking that you made a mistake, and you were thinking that you're gonna do better next time. But the parents are usually the parents who are talking to you about this. They are not that understanding. If they are understanding, they wouldn't tell you this. So these parents, these clients, they look at you thinking that they have paid so much money and you didn't deliver. But in reality, things happen. Even if this student you think is pretty good at English, but the test cannot always reflect his understanding of English.
Yes.
And so what's important is not the test result, because they can be very picnicking. They can say 95. Oh, am I still in the meeting? Is the internet?
Yeah,
okay?
but right, but it
Everybody's
was
frozen.
on and off for a few seconds, so we didn't. At least I didn't hear it very clearly.
Everybody's frozen right now,
Your
so I'm gonna wait. A little
Previous sentence. Yeah. And
bit.
Finland.
Yes.
Yes. Are you still here? Yes.
I'm here.
Oh no, I'm the only person that cannot see anything.
Yeah. Thing is still working, at least on my side.
So the voice is working?
Yeah, the voice is I can still hear you
Okay.
quite clearly.
I cannot
Just,
really hear any of you, but I'm gonna try
Uh-huh.
to finish what I said.
Yeah, I think it's back to normal now.
Okay, it's back.
Yeah,
back.
we
I'm
can
back.
see you.
All right.
Yes.
I'm gonna wrap up very quickly. Okay? So the most important thing when a parent talks to you things like this is not about the scores itself. It's about let's focus on the test. It's about the parts that he doesn't understand. Some parts, maybe the student wanted to write A but wrote B instead. There are some mistakes like that. But for the parts that the student really didn't understand, that's where we should focus on. So you need to direct the parent thinking into that way, because they never think it's enough. 99, they will still say why. Why did the student, make this mistake to you?
Yes.
They will ask this question to you. So it's important to focus on the parts that the student really didn't understand. Maybe it was outside of the test range, something like that. All right, I'm done.
Thank you. Thank you,
Andy.
Finland,
Thank you, Professor.
for the comments. And yeah, I think you did a good job as well. So we'll move on to our next interviewee.